Hey, what up? It's Brad with Home Love Construction, and in this video I want to answer the question which, as a contractor, I don't get asked that much, but I know people are asking it to others and especially Googling it. And it's, how many bids should I get on my construction project? Can I just go with the first person that I get a bid from? Should I get 5 bids? Should I get 3 bids? What's the real answer to this? And so I'm going to answer this from the perspective of current market, like 2022. It's like March of 2022. We're in the Tampa Bay area. It's a really hot real estate market. Construction is going off everywhere. So I want to answer it from the perspective of that. So here's the real deal. If you are looking to get 3 to 5 quotes, the quoting process, like getting all the numbers together from different contractors who you would even consider working with, like they don't come out and like say something that offends you or something like that. And by the way, that might sound ridiculous. This is what I talk to people about on a daily basis. Of like, the first contractor came out and like told me my yard was shit and walked away. So the crazy stuff like that happens all the time. So if you're gonna get 3 to 5, you're gonna try to find people who you actually like or want to deal with. Then you're gonna find people who actually get you numbers, and then you're gonna try to find people who actually get you numbers that are substantiated in some way. Like they say, okay, based on blah, blah, blah factors, the price would be blah, blah, blah to blah, blah, blah. Like, in order to just get that, expect to spend 1 to 2 months in that process. And you may be thinking, 1 to 2 months, what? Just to get like rough pricing on a project? Yes, that is the current situation of the construction market. I can't stress enough to you how challenging it actually is to get contractors to be interested in a project in the current Tampa Bay market area, because they have this idea of there's just so much out there. And that actually, abundance to some extent, actually limits their ability to sit down, nug it out, and really dedicate their time and interest to one particular client. So here's the real answer to this, and what I would actually do if I were in your shoes. I would do my research independently. I would go to Google, Facebook, companies' websites, and any other place. I would also look up licensing and stuff like that. So I would get the facts, right? What other people are saying about companies. And then I would find the 2 or 3 companies that I would like to work with, and I would only consider those companies. And really, the pricing is what it is. Like there's this misconception that in construction, there's gonna be a guy that comes in with a better price. There's always that hope of like, well, maybe I can just get a guy who's kind of down on his luck, who maybe just needs the money, but he's really talented, and he's gonna do a really good job, and he's gonna do the whole project. Let's think through that. If the guy's down on his luck, why is he down on his luck? If he does construction in the hottest construction market ever to be seen ever in the history of man, like maybe Rome was better. Why is the guy down on his luck? Well, probably because he doesn't manage his money. And why doesn't he manage his money? Well, maybe he has some addictions, or maybe he has a problem that he's dealing with, and so on and so forth. And you draw the chain back, and it's like, okay, well, now if I give him this $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 or $50,000 deposit to start working on my project, even if he's licensed, by the way, what's going to happen to that $50,000? Well, all of a sudden, he's going to go hardcore into whatever thing got him in the financially bad situation, and then he's going to wind up taking your money and then leaving. Like, it seems like it would be this super simple thing that people would be able to figure out, but I run into people who get themselves in that situation all the time. And here's just kind of like a staple fact for you to adopt as a potential construction consumer. It's that in construction, the cheapest person is not the most reliable person. They're just not, just straight up. The most reliable person is the person who does the most work. Because if they have a large customer base who they want to maintain a really good reputation with, then they're going to A, do the right thing, B, act ethically, right? So like act for the greatest good. C, they're gonna make sure that they get paid what they're worth, and they're gonna maintain their company in a viable way. Like, the thing is, if you're looking to get construction at the cheapest price possible, it's not going to be a win-win for you and the business. And let's think about it in a different industry, right? In a different industry, like cars, for example, what most people do is they find the car, like me for example, I really want a Tesla Model S so bad. I'm probably like months to years away from getting that. Like it's not an immediate, like right now thing. But what I don't do is I don't go and shop for the cheapest place to buy the Tesla Model S. I go to the most reliable place to buy it, which is straight from the manufacturer, Tesla. So I go to their website, I build the car I want, and I'm like, boom, okay, that is what I want. Whatever the price is, I'm gonna figure out how to pay it because that is what I want. That level of certainty allows me to then just go and be like, okay, gotta put together the money, gotta make it happen, put together a plan, bam. In construction, because of the misconception of, oh, well, Joe Schmo might come in with a lower price, might save me $10,000 on this $200,000 room edition, that kind of like mental, looping in the back of your head, from what I've seen, frankly, just causes projects to not happen. There's so much confusion and dispersion and inability to just trust one person and let them run that project for you that it just becomes a dispersed mess where you're just worried about, I'm getting overcharged, I'm getting ripped off, blah, 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 all this stuff. And you just never wind up doing anything. And so that's what I don't want to happen as someone who's trying to really like pump up the construction industry. Like I want some stuff to happen here. I want some amazing things to happen. But in order to do that, we've got to be doing projects in a way that makes more sense from start to finish. So let me tell you the way that we achieve that at Home Love Construction. What we do is we're a design build company, which means the first time an estimator goes and sees somebody, they're going to be talking to them about, okay, let us design your project for you. Let's get started on the design right now. Like the first time we see you, here's the rough numbers. Here's a rough estimate of what it's going to cost to do your specific project. These rough numbers, even the rough numbers, are tailored to your project. It's a custom rough quote. It's not just like random numbers that we throw down. It's number of cabinet boxes, number of outlets, et cetera, et cetera. Here's the rough number. Here's the 5,000, 7,000, 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, whatever, depending on the size of the project. It could be 2, it could be 22. Here's the design scope for your project. Here's the exact amount that would cost. Let's do this right now so that we can design the exact project that you need at a reasonable budget, not the lowest budget, but at the best price possible. In order to really get you what you want, let's design it that way and then have a fully executable project. So if a company is not offering you that design build service, really, not only are they doing you a disservice by not just saying, hey, I'll just handle the full thing for you, like just let me just take this project on for you, they're also doing themselves a disservice because they're allowing you as a non-construction expert, frankly, to create the plan for the construction team to then execute. Does that make any sense? Would you go into a car manufacturer and say, hey, I want, and I'm not talking about customization, I'm talking about, hey, when you build the car, I want you to put 5 wheels on it instead of 4. They would say, sir, I appreciate your input, please go away. That's what would happen. There's no other industry where this craziness is allowed to happen, and it's simply due to someone not taking the reins and saying, hey, this is how it's done, this is how we're gonna do it, and if you wanna work with us, this is how it's done. So that's what we're providing, is we have a system, we have the design build process, and it's made to make it work for you to create the best end product possible and to create the best process in getting to that amazing end product. So if that's something you're interested in and you're in the Tampa Bay area, we can do the design build process from start to finish for you. If you're outside the Tampa Bay area, we can still design your project and make an amazing project that is with a plan that's executable by a construction team. We can do that remotely for you and make it really easy for a construction team in your area to just pick it up and run the ball forward and create a finished product that's just amazing, blows your mind. So both of those can be started by going to homelove.construction/design, and that's where you can get started on your design process. Thank you for watching, I do appreciate it. If you would click the subscribe button right below this video, that helps me out a lot personally, it helps our channel out. We reach more people, do more projects, then get to share our learnings with you back here. And share this video with somebody who needs to see it as far as how many number of bids to get. Again, I just think you find the person you want to work with, and that's what you do. You get out of this crazy mistrusting thing of contractors because it's just not based in reality. So if you have questions, leave them in the comments or email them to me. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your attention. Peace.